Hey everyone, I'm Mine, and this is set number 80037, Dragon of the East from the LEGO Monkie Kid theme. This set contains 880 pieces, 4 minifigures, and retails for $79.99 in the US. So here's the main build of this set, which I've been told is called the Dragon Turtle, and this guy is a lot of fun. I was a little nervous about having a brick-built dragon head since Ninjago's been doing molded ones, and those are so much better than the previous brick-built ones. However, I have to say, despite having a brick-built head, there's a lot of personality in this guy, and that's something I really love. That's what's most important to me, is that, creatures have a lot of personality. And while parts of this guy do feel very mechanical, and I think that is purposeful, the head still makes it feel like an actual creature, which I love. Looking at it up close, I think the eyepiece that they chose is perfect, and I love that they use the flippers behind the eyes. I love, the golden mustache as a nose, those are great parts. And then the tan is a great color for the teeth, too. White's used in so much of the build, so the teeth not being white actually makes them stand out a lot more. And then you can see you can hinge the mouth open if you want. The entire head's also connected to the neck on a ball joint, so you can move it around quite a bit. I love the magenta coral pieces out the back, too. Yeah, the head on this build's phenomenal all around. The neck is pretty good. I like the shaping, though. It does feel a little bit too thin. And there's no articulation on the neck. It's always stuck in this one position. I think that's fine, especially since the head itself can move. I just wish it was maybe a little bit thicker. And then the body of the dragon is surrounded by these large circular pieces. They are absolutely covered in stickers on every single part of them. But the design on the stickers does look good. Fits with the overall color scheme and adds a nice extra bit of detail. So I don't mind it. He's got these little engines with little propellers at the back. They're very cute. I haven't seen season 3 of the show yet, but I guess this is a more mechanical dragon, so these are able to help it get through the water. But I think they fit in really well, and obviously the propeller pieces are always fun to get. There's a little flag coming out the back, which has a symbol on it, and that's actually connected onto this little pod in the middle, which can be removed. This little pod is for the actual Dragon of the East to sit in, and I guess you can use it to pilot the Dragon Turtle if you want, or you can have it detach and swim around on its own. It also has those same golden propellers out the back, a couple of stickered pieces on each side, as well as 2 stud shooters, which of course you can shoot out. I like the trans pink bubble piece, that's very cute, and if you open it up, you can see his seat is actually made out of a shell. That's adorable. That gives me SpongeBob vibes, just a cartoony aquatic feel. I absolutely love that. And you see there's a little console in there, as well as a place for the Dragon of the East to sit. He plops in there perfectly, and you can close the bubble up around him. And there's a look at how the back of the Dragon Turtle looks without the pod. It's still honestly pretty complete. It just looks like the shell is missing, but the body of the dragon's still there. And reattaching the pod's very simple. You just slide it in right here. There you go. Other parts of the build, there are spring-loaded shooters on the Dragon Turtle, which of course you push down on, they shoot out. The Dragon Turtle's legs are very tiny, so there's not a ton of different ways you can pose him, but you are still able to balance him pretty well if you do choose to move those legs around. And then finally at the back you have the tail, which is in 2 sections which can move individually, as well as out the very back you have some coral. On one of the pieces of coral is a little crab, which I think is absolutely adorable, and these can be rotated up or down. So overall, I honestly love this build. He's full of personality, a ton of fun, there's things to play with, he looks nice on display. No complaints to me when it comes to the actual dragon build. However, that's not the only build in the set, so now let's take a look at the side builds, and then the minifigures, and then I'll give you my overall thoughts. Here's the first side build in the set. It's this little underwater vehicle for Monkie Kid. I guess it's his staff turned into a little submarine. And this thing is alright. I get tired of the staff vehicles. I know that's lore of the show that a staff could transform, and I think that's cool, but all the builds, in my opinion, end up being very samey, so I don't know if I necessarily needed this in the set. You can see there's a few stickers, 2 on the sides, 1 on the top, and then 2 on the wings. There's a stud shooter at the back, which can be moved up and down, as well as turned side to side. The staff does have a propeller out the back this time around, which is cute. And the bubble on the top can be opened up, so that you can actually place Monkie Kid inside. But yeah, despite being an underwater vehicle, I can't help but feel this looks like every other staff transformation. Which I guess isn't a bad thing, they're meant to all look the same. I just get bored of getting it over and over again. There is clips on the bottom, though, to hold his accessories, which I do appreciate that. Not much else to say on this side build, though. Next we have this little manta ray for the shadow monkeys, and this build is actually adorable. I love this one. They do a decent job of capturing the face of a ray, and then it has little tasers out the sides of its fins, which you can remove and use as an accessory for the shadow monkey that comes in this set. There's a trans purple lightsaber piece with a stinger out the back, and then there's handlebars right here for the shadow monkey to actually ride the manta ray. Not much else to say about it. It is a very small and simple build, but I love it. It's a ton of fun. That's a great inclusion. And finally, the last side build in the set is a little bit of terrain, and this terrain comes with the green fire ring, as well as just some ocean life. I love the red crab piece. I feel like we don't get that often. The orange crab's a lot more common, so it's cool to see the red crab here. There's also an orange fish, and then there's kelp, seaweed, etc. This is honestly really nice. It's a great way to display the green fire ring, but I don't have a ton else to say about it. I like the little shrine it's on though. That's fun. Now here are the first 2 minifigures in the set. We have Scuba Monkie Kid and we have Scuba Tang. The Scuba version of Monkie Kid is just the Season 3 Monkie Kid, but with a scuba mask. However, he also has these blue goggles, which also come in the Monkie Kid's team van, and I think those fit pretty well with the scuba mask. Other than that, though, there's not much else to say about him. This is a great version of Monkie Kid. Love the arm printing on him, love the teal all over his torso and his legs. I feel like that's the perfect splash of color. And of course, he's got that same hairpiece that he's always got. But other than that, it is just the same MK that's come in multiple other sets, so it's nothing that exciting here. He does also come with flippers, same ones Tang has, I just didn't think it was worth showing them twice. And there's how he looks with his hair and mask removed, and there's his alternate face where you can see he's got like some dirt on his face. Now, this version of Tang is actually all new and exclusive for this set, which is surprising because Monkie Kid doesn't get an exclusive scuba suit, but Tang does. I'm not complaining, I'm happy to get more versions of Tang, it's just a little bit surprising. But yeah, he's got an all-new torso for this set, and while it's on the simpler side, I actually kind of like it, especially like the gold and teal and everything, those are fun colors. And then the dual-molded swim trunks are a lot of fun too. Turning around, take a look at the back torso print. Much more detailed. It looks like he has a receipt for Pigsy's Noodles back here. Or maybe that's like a Ziploc bag, I can't tell. In terms of accessories, he comes with a compass as well as a map to the fire rings. This is a stickered piece that comes in multiple sets this wave, but it's always nice to get if you don't have it. And then there he is with his hair and mask removed, as well as a look at his alternate face and back torso print. Far from the most detailed minifigure of all time, but he's a cool exclusive to get, no complaints from me. And then the final two figures in this set are the Dragon of the East and a Shadow Monkey. Dragon of the East is a great figure, however mine came misprinted. I think this might be a bigger issue though, because I know I saw somebody else on Instagram had the same exact misprint. If you can't tell what it is, this like golden horn that he has is supposed to be on both sides. And you can see it's actually molded into the second side here, but there's no printing on it. I'm going to order a replacement from LEGO and hopefully they'll be able to send it over. But yeah, it's a little disappointing that he came misprinted. Besides that though, he is a really good minifigure. I love the magenta beard. That's just such a fun and wacky concept that's executed so well here. The teal like dragon scales on his robes too look awesome. He also has this dragon blade right here, which is very similar to May's, just in pink instead of green. And lots of metallic printing all the way up his torso and dress, which is great. I like that little dragon symbol down there too, that's very cute. Taking his hairpiece off, now I can see his full torso print, full face print. Honestly, pretty good face print. I feel like you could use that in a custom for like a fantasy world or something. It would have to be an original character, obviously. But it's very detailed, so I feel like there's a lot of potential there. And there's his alternate face where he's sort of squinting one eye and he's a little bit angry, as well as his back torso print, which once again looks very good. I love the little dragons there. And then the Shadow Monkey is a Shadow Monkey. I've talked about these guys many times before. But in short, I like the overall black and red design, but the lack of any leg printing really takes away from these guys. Because I feel like the torso looks great, but then the lack of any detail on the legs, it just cuts off too abruptly and makes them not exciting figures to get. They're cool to get one of, but they're not a figure I want a million of. And unfortunately they do come in like almost every set. Still though, pretty cool face print on them, and I like obviously the monkey hairpiece. And then turning them around, no alternate face or anything, but there's a look at the back torso print, which is honestly better than the front, lots of detail there. So yeah, I mean, the Shadow Monkey is nothing exciting, but it's cool to get just another villain to fight. And the Dragon of the East is genuinely an awesome minifigure, when he's printed correctly. But even still, even though my guy isn't perfect, I'm still happy to get him, and I will be ordering a replacement part, hopefully. And so, what are my overall thoughts on this set? I like this set overall. My main thing with this set is I feel like there's too much fluff here. The Dragon Turtle itself, amazing, perfect, would not change a thing about it. I think it's a ton of fun. However, I kind of wish the Dragon Turtle was just sold by its own for like $60. Because this set's 80, and while the piece count does justify 80, I don't know. I don't find the Monkie Kid vehicle that interesting. The Manta Ray is cool, but I don't need it. And same thing with the train build. I like it, but I don't need it. And I feel like the price point of the set's brought up by all of those side builds. When the Dragon is the main focus, and it alone does not feel like 80. The minifigures here are good, maybe I wish it came with one more character for the price point, but an exclusive version of Tang is cool, a very good version of Monkie Kid is cool, and the Dragon of the East is a great minifigure. So I'd say overall I would recommend it. It's on the cheaper end of Monkie Kid sets, which is absurd to say because it is an $80 set, but Monkie Kid is just an expensive line, that's how it is. So if you're a fan of Monkie Kid, you know what you're getting into with the prices. But yeah, I definitely like this set better in person than I did from official images, so take from that what you will. If you look at official images and go, well, there's some potential there, then I think you'll definitely like it in person, but if from official images you don't like it at all, you probably don't need to pick it up. However, I'd say overall I would recommend it. There's just a few things I'd change about like what actually comes in the box if I could. But those are just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think of this set in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please press like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I do LEGO videos just like this one almost every day, so if you subscribe, you'll be the first to see them. Thanks for watching everybody, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!